Hey guys, just a disclaimer, this video is not sponsored by any of the Etsy shops creators mentioned in this video. Thank you. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited you're here, and if you're new, welcome. I'm Lisa and I'm happy you found us. Today we are talking digital kits for journals, the pros and cons. Plus, I'm going to give you more ideas to use those digital kits in case you don't want to use them in a journal. So come with me and let's get started. Okay guys, so I did a search in Google and it brought me to Etsy with the digital journal kit. And I pulled it up and there are over 32,936 results. So with digital kits, one of the pros obviously is you have a huge selection. And the great thing about digital kits too are you can find those hard to find kits. Kits that maybe you didn't even know existed, okay? So what we're going to do is I'm just going to show you some of the kits. There's 32,000 kits. Can you believe it? And I mean, I love it. There's sunflowers. I'm a big sunflower person. There's honeybees. There's ocean. There is Gypsy Street. There's horse lovers. I mean, there is something for everybody. There's Victorian. There's flowers. There's all sorts of themes, okay? And in fact, let's do one that there didn't used to be any on, and that's like Zen, okay? So I'm going to type in Zen, and I'm going to hit return. And now there's 213 results. And that's amazing because before there wasn't. Here is one titled Printable Zen Journals, Butterflies. Because everybody's idea, let me go back on this one a minute. And when I type in Zen, I'm thinking like breathing, yoga, just calm, very ethereal. So I'm thinking like this, the Buddha or the mindful meditation, things like that. But for some people, Zen is butterflies. It's a flower garden. It's cottagecore. It's soft colors. So everybody has a different idea of Zen. So when you type in Zen, you'll get a lot of different ones. And you just have to kind of go through and see if they have something that is your idea of Zen. And pretty much, yes, you're going to find something that works for you. Now, let's go to Victorian, because I know Victorian is like a huge theme for a lot of people. With Victorian, there's 2,003 results. So that's a lot of results. And again, you just have all different kinds, all different subjects of Victorian. And it's up to the creator's interpretation of Victorian. So, you know, it's great because nobody's the same. We're all different. We all create differently. We all imagine vintage. We all imagine Victorian differently. So I really love that there are so many options and they're all different, which makes them amazing. Now, another pro, oops, sorry, my email is going nuts. Another pro with the digital kits is price. Most of them are priced on average $1 up, okay? $1 to $5 is, you can find a whole lot of kits. Then $5 to $10. Like here's one $10.15, here's one $5.75, $8.50. So then you have the 5 to 10. I personally don't buy a digital kit over $10. That's just me, but you have price ranges. Most of them are 1 to 5. Then you have the 5 to 10, and then you have the ones over 10. I've seen one for 25. That's because the creators put a lot into it, but it's a very specialized subject. So if you're looking for a very specialized subject that you can't find everywhere, of course you're going to pay $25 if it's done beautifully, and most of these kits are done gorgeous. Now, I wanted to highlight just a couple of Etsy shops that I know that have beautiful digital kits and tons of kits to pick from. This is Mrs. Cogs. She has tons of printable images. This is a Classic Fairies Junk Journal kit. She has wildflowers. She has food. She has girls. She has them. If you go to her shop, which, let me get there. Okay, this is her Etsy shop. It's all online. It's all digital. She has 772 kits, packages of images that you can download, okay? She has 25 journal kits. She has online courses, bundled images, small art. You can go through and look at her stuff. I'm not promoting this. She's not promoting my video. This is just one shop that I knew that had all digital, okay? But say we're looking at kits today, so you go to her kits, and she has just the Frog. I mean, you don't see Frog. Classic Oz. Jane Austen. I mean, so you're going to find... Let's go to another shop I know. This is another great digital shop I know. This is Elsa Bell's Bookshelf. She has journals already made that you can buy. She has digital kits, which is what we're looking for. And she has a lot of different themes that you wouldn't find anywhere else as well. She has the Kids Catch a Butterfly, Fruit Juicy. I've worked with a lot of these. I was on her design team. Again, this is not sponsored by Elsa Bell's Bookshelf at all. I just know the quality of her kits. And I see she's added some more. And she sells digital like tags only and journaling cards as well. So if you don't want a whole kit, you can look and she will have some cards and tags that you could download as well. Of course, there's other big names in the Etsy digital world as too. So the pros are you can pretty much find anything you want. The initial price is low. You have a $1 to $5, then a $5 to $10, and then over $10. You can get those hard to find kits. And yeah, so they're great. You can also even find, if you don't want a whole kit, you can find digital journaling cards, digital tags, those sort of things. Just digital pages as well. So that you get a lot of options, and that's great. Now, for some of the cons. One of the biggest cons with digital kits is after you download them, they take up space on your computer, okay? That's one con. The second con is the cost of printing. Depending on your printer, what type ink it uses, printing digital kits can get super, super pricey. This printer, I mean, the ink cartridges, I don't have to change it often, but if I start printing a lot of digital kits, I do. And these things are $56 a piece. I know some are $75 and some are more than that. So that can be a big negative when it comes to digital kits. Also, like I said, taking up space on your computer. I run out of space all the time for different reasons, but when I have a lot of digital kits on here, I run out of space for that. So that can be a huge problem as well. A huge con. Another con I find is sometimes I will purchase the kit and have great intentions, and then when it comes time to maybe do it or whatever I was thinking, I just don't use the kit at all. And then I'm stuck with a beautiful kit. I don't even remember where I got this kit from, okay? It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I had an idea when I got it, but for whatever reason, I got sidetracked. Maybe I got into a swap. Maybe I was making a journal for a gift or whatever, and I didn't use it. So I used and this was a lot of pages too. So I used all this ink, and I mean, this is a lot of ink to print. I used all of this ink, I paid for it, and I never used it. Also, I noticed with some kits, you get stuff that you love, but you're just not sure what to do with. Now, the pocket, of course, that would be a pocket. But the shoes, sometimes you get stuff like this, and you're just not quite sure, or you don't want to cut them out. It's too much detail cutting. So that's a con. It's not a con. It's just something you really need to watch for, I guess, is rights. Digital kit rights. What do you have the right to do with that digital kit when you purchase it? Do you have the right to print it and make a journal and sell it? Or is it only for making a journal for yourself or to give as a gift? So that is something you need to be very clear on. And each shop does have policies and it spells it out. So you just need to make sure you know before you purchase that kit what you can do with it. And like I said, that's not a con. That's not a pro. That's protecting the artist. So just make sure you know, okay? But like I said, downloading kits and not using them or getting parts that you're just not sure what to do with. I mean, yes, I could put them on a tag or something, but sometimes you just don't want to cut this stuff out and then it's like wasted ink. So that's a con to a kit. But this kit is like one of my favorite kits. I just never used it. It's so fun. I mean, this was a fun kit. But anyway, here's another one that I'm still working on, and it was one of the first Zen ones I found, and it's yoga, and I found some just journaling cards. So this was great, and it's a gift for a friend that I'm still working on. But you know, you do your best, right? So sometimes you get kits and maybe you don't use them for whatever purpose, but you still have them on your hard drive. You still use the ink, that kind of thing. Now, some people just don't like digital kits, and I get that. Sometimes digital kits have a very unique place. Like I said, I know a lot of people that don't like digital kits at all, and that's fine. I like them. But sometimes it's hard to use, like I said, every part, even if it's a normal part. And sometimes when you print them out, the pages are thin, and you print them out on copy paper and the other side is just plain white, and you don't really want to put this in a journal. So some tips for that is sew or attach some coffee stain paper, or print your kit on coffee stain paper if you have a lot and you're doing that vintagey looking kit. That would look gorgeous. Another option for that, if you wanted to, would be to, you know, paint the other side of your page. It adds depth and some fun and some unexpected. And that's the way to use some digital kits. I know people don't like having that white side. You could also coffee stain it after you print it on the white paper if you wanted to. And sometimes they're flimsy because of the copy paper, right? You can print them on cardstock if you want to do that, if your printer allows. You can also do something like this, where you attach, I collaged book pages on, and then I made a fun fold out, and it's also a tuck spot right there as well. And this gave it some strength, but this took a lot of time. So it's totally up to you. If you want to use some of the tips and tricks like that, that's great. Or not. Like I said, everybody has their, I love them, I hate them, I don't use them. You can also print out some just journaling cards. Like I said, this was just a set of journaling cards. This is from Mrs. Cox. And see, she helps me because when I print stuff out from hers, it says on the page. But, you know, these are from Mrs. Cox. And you can just print journaling cards, which is great. Because I have another kit, but I didn't use all that kit either. I kind of mixed her journaling cards with some of this other paper from this other kit, and made, like I said, it's a gift for a friend. I'm still working on it. Now, if you didn't want to use a digital kit for, say, a journal, you're not into journaling, these papers, depending on the colors, you could cut, you know, colors out of them. This is a page from that 70s kit I just showed you. You could use this in a mixed media piece, something fun like that, okay? Something else you could do is you could use them on furniture. You could decoupage a pretty page onto a white dresser. You could get, like, if you're having, say, a little girl and you want to do her room in daisies or flowers, you could take this and decoupage it onto a dresser. That's something. You could frame them and hang them in a room, in a bathroom, in a bedroom, or whatever. So digital kits don't have to be limited to journals. Just remember, if you're going to do it on some furniture and you're thinking, oh, I'm going to decoupage this onto this, it's going to look so good, and then I want to sell it, check with the digital kit owner first, okay? That's very important, because remember, they're digital images that you can download, that they're kits that you can use, but somebody has created those. These are the property of the person that created them. So just a reminder, always check use, and if it doesn't cover the use you want, if you're going to sell it, then ask the creator, okay? But if it's for your personal use, decoupage it on a dresser, frame them and hang them in a bedroom, okay? if you want to use them for invitations, ask the creator just to make sure it's okay. So I hope you enjoyed this video on digital kits for journals and more, and the pros and cons. I hope you have a great weekend. I will see you next week. We have some great videos coming up. Be sure and check it out, because Monday I am doing a marker comparison. And we all use markers at some point in our creativity. I'm going to give you the best markers, relation to bleed, color, vibrancy, blending, all of that. So that's coming Monday, so stay tuned. Take care and have a great weekend. Bye.